Hey guys, I'm Rithik and welcome back to another episode of The Truth About Abs. Today I'm going to be making my second video for the All About Crunches workouts, and this is going to be the intermediate video. And if you want to look at the beginner or expert videos, you can go back to my YouTube channel, they'll be there. So what I've done today for today's video is I've taken 5 more of my favorite ab exercises and put them together into a 5-minute workout routine. And if the video does not come to 5 minutes, it's because I'm only showing you clippings of each of the exercises and showing you proper form and technique for each of the exercises. So when you go ahead and do these, if you do them, you can go ahead and do them so that you can get 5 minutes, which would be a recommended time to do the whole routine so that you get a good amount of exercise on all parts of your abs. So let's go ahead. Oh, and the other thing, these exercises, they're really good to do them in the morning when you wake up. Make sure you do them after breakfast. And the reason you want to do them after breakfast is because you may get nauseated or have a headache throughout the day if you do them without eating breakfast, because you need to start your body up with some energy, with some food, and then exert that energy. If you exert the energy before you have the energy, you're just going to cause stress on your body and make it harder for yourself to get through the day. So let's go ahead and get started with the first exercises. The first exercise is going to be leg raise, a standing leg raise, which is going to be the only exercises of the 5 exercises I'm going to be showing you, which is going to be standing up, and then we're going to be going back to the floor exercises. So what this exercise looks like is you want to get shoulder width apart with your feet, and your hands are going to go to the back of your neck for support. And in my previous video, you probably saw my rules about the neck, how you want your neck still facing straight and parallel to the wall which you're facing, and do not curl your neck in for safety purposes. It's not going to help you, and this motion here is obviously not going to be helping your abs, and it's going to be damaging to your neck. So keep your neck straight forward like this, and bring your knee and elbow together like this. So opposite elbow and opposite knee are going to come together as close as you can, and if you can touch them, that's great. So right here, and the other side as well. And the key here is that you don't want to start wandering off like this. If you're over here in your shoulder width position, you want to come up and down, back into that shoulder width position. Otherwise, you're not strengthening your core enough. If you strengthen your core enough, you'll stay planted firm in the position you started in. If your core isn't tight enough, you'll start wandering off over here, and you're just going to be going back and forth. So this is what the whole thing should look like. Right here, right here. And sometimes I like to add a little bit of a chest flare, and that helps you stretch your chest out, stretch your abs out, open everything up, open your lungs up, help you breathe. So many things. It helps you with a lot, and especially on the floor exercises, it helps you even more. So you get a little bit of an open flare and gets you a little bit more rotation and momentum going there, and it helps the whole entire crunch. It makes the whole crunch more compact and tight, which obviously helps your abs. So just a few more. Look something like this. You want to keep going, and if you go slower, you'll feel it more. If you go slower, you can do less. If you go faster, please do more. And then we're going to move on to number 2, which is going to be our bicycle. So we're going to move to the floor now. So over here. Now I'm down here. I'm going to be showing you what I was saying about the chest flaring. When you start, if you start with a little bit of a gap right here, if I put my shirt up, you can probably see a little bit of space here, which my hand can slide through. Well, that's all the space you need. That space gets you that chest flare that you need on your way up and then back down right here, which opens up your lungs here. And on your way up, it makes it a little bit harder, but it's better for your abs. And for the bicycle, we're going to do the bicycle now. You want your legs starting like this, your hands right here, behind your neck, supporting. Same rules for the neck. I'm not going to repeat that. And what you're going to do is, you're going to bring opposite knee and opposite elbow together, just like we did when we were standing up. Similar exercise. So it's going to be like this, and like this. But for the bicycle, what we're going to do is, these legs are going to be in the air the whole time. It makes it a little bit harder than the standing leg raise, because you don't have to really hold your legs up. So it's going to look something like this. right there. So what you can do with this exercise is you can probably get a few seconds of real fast, rapid fire bicycle. Then you can slow down and go real slow and get the full rotation. And then go back and do real fast, and then slow down and do slow. So what that does is it gives you the same effect you would get if you were running. When you're running, you want to go real fast, real intense, and then slow down and get a cool down. And what that does for you is it helps your heart. When your heart has to work harder and it has a higher you have a higher heart rate, you're burning more. You're burning more during the times when you're running slower. So you run fast, your heart rate's really high, and for this short amount of time, then you go back down to slow, and when you're going slow, you'll be burning fat at that time. Because your body used a whole bunch of energy, and now it's gonna come into your stored energy, which could be fat, sugars, anything. And it's gonna be using that to make up for the energy that you needed to go so fast and so intense, even if it was for a short amount of period. So same thing here with the bicycle. Fast bicycle, slow bicycle. Fast bicycle, slow bicycle. So now we're gonna move on to the third exercise, which is gonna be reverse crunch. Probably saw the reverse crunch in my first video. Now here we're gonna be making it a reverse crunch and lift. So it's gonna be the same idea. Hands on your glutes, 180 degrees flat, and you're gonna come up like this. With the lift, when you come up here, you're gonna raise up. You're gonna raise up. And see, I was moving around a little bit. That tells me that my core wasn't tight enough. If my core was tight enough, I wouldn't have wiggled around. There we go. Okay, so that's number 3. Now I'm going to move on to the side-to-side fist. I'm going to do this exercise facing you this way. So what you do here is you're going to have your legs in front of you crossed. You're going to just keep your hands touching together at all times. They don't have to be tight or anything. You're just touching at all times. And what you're going to do is you're going to go from side to side, side to side, side to side. So right now I'm doing the beginner one with my legs touching the floor. So if I want to challenge myself, what I can do is I can cross my legs and keep my legs raised in the air. And look something like this. Now the key here is that you want to look where your hands are going. Your eyes should follow your hands. Eyes should follow your hands, that way you keep balance and you see where your hands are going. And another thing is, this is basically like cracking your back. It cracks your back and works your abs. In the beginning, it cracks your back. And if you hear a crack, stop immediately. Stop immediately, stretch yourself out, and then start the exercise. You don't want to be hearing cracks or creaks or squeaks when you're doing any of your ab exercises. Who knows, it could be your spine, or your neck, anywhere. So make sure if you do this exercise and you hear a crack right here or a crack right here, stop and stretch yourself out, then go back to doing the exercise, and you should be fine. This is obviously attacking your obliques right here. And now we're going to move on to the last exercise, which is going to be a side leg curl. We're going to discuss the positioning for just a second. You're going to have a forearm here. You're going to lean towards that forearm, and this hand's going to be a post on the other side, right here. Legs in the air, shoulders in the air, and curl it. Same challenges here. Keep your feet off the ground to challenge yourself. And the thing is here, when you're right here, you're going to be attacking your obliques again right here. But you're going to start feeling the burn in your lower abdomen right here. It's going to slowly move up and curl back up here. So if you feel it in your center, lower abdomen, you're doing it correct. Don't stop. Do more repetitions and you'll feel it right in your obliques. So this is the other side. Forearm here. Lean towards that forearm. This hand's going to be a post back here. Leaning, shoulders up, legs up. And I'm going to challenge myself and not touch the floor. Just go back. There you have it. That's my second video, level intermediate for all about crunches. Once again, I'm Ritvik, and I'll see you next time here at The Truth About Abs.